What's up, Half-Lifers? Yesterday, while bunny hopping through the Black Mesa corridors, I caught a glimpse of my health points, and guess what? They were low and death seemed imminent.
Emergency. User death imminent.
But thank God, an health charging station was waiting for me just around the corner, to which I immediately leaped close to patch myself or Gordon up, so that I would be prepared for the next firefight or hazard I would encounter. Half-Life players probably exhale a sigh of relief every time they see an health charging station, or even better, a health station with an HEV armor charger next to it. The standard procedure is the same for everyone. Get close to it, hold your use button, hear the iconic SFX sound, and once HP and armor are topped off or the chargers are depleted, leave them behind as if they meant nothing to you. Charging stations seem to be there just to fulfill the single role of patching up or healing the player, much like it happens in Pokemon centers. However, I think they stand for many more things than simply healing. Here's my personal experience. While sucking one of these chargers dry, I was a bit bummed out because in order to heal myself, I had to stop dead in my path, wait 10 or 15 seconds, which felt like a huge waste of time, and as something that was holding me back from my bunny hopping instincts. That's when I wished for every charger to be replaced by medkits and armor cells. But then I thought, would Half-Life be the same game without these iconic chargers? And my answer was a resounding no. Let's tackle the psychological aspect surrounding these stations first. I've hinted before at the sense of relief that washes over the injured player whom, after catching some marine bullets and some Vortigon zaps, finally encounters one or two of these stations. The feeling of safeness you get is priceless, and the seconds spent healing are moments where you can finally catch your breath from all the action and dangers Black Mesa is full of. Got an itchy nose or itchy balls? Don't worry, it only takes one hand or finger to heal up. Also, similarly to slot machine sounds or Call of Duty marker sounds, I believe that you get a small dopamine hit by hearing the reinvigorating sounds of the chargers. Also, another thing getting reinvigorated and strengthened is the relationship between Gordon Freeman or the player with the HEV suit. While in Half-Life 1 it's not really clear if they heal the suit or Gordon's flesh, in Black Mesa the screen informs the player that they connect to the HEV, although in Alyx they seem to work on raw flesh as well. To me, the HEV suit plays a crucial role in Half-Life. In fact, this black and orange attire has seen many iterations in the various Half-Life games, and it's just as iconic as Gordon's face, if not more. At the end of the day, it's the HEV that distinguishes you from the common scientist, and without the suit, escaping Black Mesa would be an almost impossible feat, although well, it really isn't. Tailored for every possible hazard a scientist could encounter in case of unforeseen consequences, the HEV suit is what gives Gordon his superhuman powers, or super speed. So, the time spent next to a charger, it's also in a way or another a narrative moment that wants to highlight to the player certain aspects and details about this insanely cohesive game. Now, on to another point. Much like the HEV was ideated for the safety of special scientists that mysteriously got firearm training too, I would argue that the chargers scattered around Black Mesa have been also put there for a very similar reason, perhaps to give an aura of tidiness and safety to the whole Black Mesa facility. It's as if the administrators wanted to tell their employees that, look, the experiments we run here might be dangerous, but we got these nursing pieces of machinery here, keeping you safe in case anything goes wrong. What they forgot to tell them is that when you're dead, you cannot reach these chargers. Of course, this is all just a facade, at least for those still wearing ridiculous suits and ties instead of shiny technological outfits. As a last point, and I might be wrong here, so to all the big 90s FPS nerds, feel free to correct if I'm wrong, Half-Life could be one of the first, or the first game, to implement such an apparently tedious and boring healing system. Well, Call of Duty surpassed it 6 years later. Is it a revolutionary feature? Of course not, but it sure is an elegant touch to build immersion and to make healing even more rewarding for the fatigued and bruised player, who can catch a breath to rest and look at their HP and armor values go up as if it was a poker table prize pool. Before ending the video, let's explore some trivia. So, the oldest HEV charger is present in the Stockyard multiplayer map, and this is a prototype of the Health Charger that was never used in the future. In Half-Life Alpha, medicine cabinets were the alpha version of the current Health Chargers, and they would refill your health instantly, so there wouldn't have been any waiting for me. And they also don't have to inject yourself like a filthy junkie, which is a good thing. Then Valve made the different stations models for the PlayStation 2 port of Half-Life, and they look more three-dimensional, are fully animated, with a syringe extending from the health chargers, and a recipient full of solving green fluid. It might be THC syrup. Also, the HEV chargers instead extend a robotical arm. In my opinion, these are the best looking chargers in the whole franchise, surpassing Half-Life 2 wants to without a doubt. I don't really like the armored charger in Half-Life 2. To conclude with this video, I just wanted to voice those intrusive thoughts that caught me by surprise while playing Half-Life, and thanks to which I realized how iconic these props are. Lots of people consider them important. If you search on YouTube Half-Life chargers, plenty of videos will pop up. Some of them are simple tributes to their sounds, others investigate weird facts and places you can find them, and a dude even made a rap beat and garnered quite an hefty amount of attention. So yeah, these chargers are a classic, comparable to the before mentioned Pokemon Healing Center and their sound. So like and subscribe if you like the video.